What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Zyba Games. It's episode 65. It should be 66, but we're going to make 2 episodes become 1 because Mother's Day was last weekend and we did not record.
Yes. But I got to go see my family for the first time in a really long time.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
All right. It was awesome.
Boom. I just forgot I was going. If you guys want, make sure you guys go check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you guys look at. Hit us up there. I don't know what else I'm going to say. If you want to give us a 1-star review, that's okay. I mean, I would suggest not to, but no, I'm just kidding. But, sorry, I just drank this energy drink and my mouth's going like a million miles per hour. You know that? But we're back this week. We got a lot of news to talk about. 2 weeks worth of news to talk about. But first, welcome the person that's always here, Yogomi.
Hey, that's me.
That's you.
Hi.
So, Yogomi, we have 2 weeks to talk about of things that have happened. So before we get into Xbox news, let's talk about our news. What have we been doing? What have you been doing? Not necessarily we as combined, but you and me.
Right. I got it. I have been working on the railroad all the live long day. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, did you get a new job?
No, I've been working
like Western
on
Pacific. Just kidding.
I've been working on this new YouTube video that I shot a while back, and I've been so busy. Work has been. So, well, I don't have to tell you. You know what it's like when you're constantly busy at work. But work for me has been really, really busy. Usually I have some time at work where I can kind of get away and work on stuff, even go for a run or a walk or something. But I'm working on 3 major projects, and it's just like work has to stop nonstop. And it's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. It's just I've been so busy that when I get done with work, I've got all these other things that I'm trying to do, and so I'm finally launching this new video that I finished editing today, right before the podcast. I'm launching it. I think I'm going to launch it on Tuesday, and I'm super excited about it. It's fun. It's basically it's a YouTube version.
Well, we got to do a premiere. Remember, we got to do a premiere, bro. We need a premiere.
Yeah, maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll do a premiere.
But let it tag it at everyone. But premiere starts in 30 minutes. Get in here. But it's like, yeah. You get in there, the live chat's going in, dude.
Yeah, I think I might premiere. I don't know, we'll see. But it's just a video that I've been working on for a while, and it's a YouTube version of the first Yogomi Show Me that I ever did, but it's only half of it because it would be like a 30-minute video if I did the whole thing, maybe longer. So it's about 15-minute long video, and it's just super nerdy and it's fun. And I finished editing it today. But on top of that, just been working on other stuff with, been a lot of streaming, been streaming quite a bit. Streaming it's just been great. The community is awesome.
Killing it, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Streaming's been great. Something I want to, we'll talk about too, about streaming here in a second, but what about you? What did you do this week?
Well, I can tell. I got stories on stories, right? What a weekend last week, and let me tell you guys, I'm gonna say this now. When you plan to do something, write it down. Make sure you write down the right date and plan according to that date. Because I had a close call this weekend. We talked about this. I had Friday. I had to go to a funeral super early in the morning. I didn't sleep very well that night because I was all worried about sleeping in too late. I have this weird stress thing about waking up early and stuff, Right. And so I slept 3 hours, drove to Tucson, went to a funeral, went shopping for a little bit, and then came home because I was we're already at Tucson. Tucson's about 2.5 hours away. Whatever, we'll just go hit up an outlet store or something. Come home about 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'm just gonna chill, I was like, I could take a nap right now and be good. I was like, no, dude. I was like, just get things done and go to bed early tonight. So we did some things. Went and got dinner. 7:30, I'm having dinner. And I get a text message. Hey, are you on your way to the high school right now? I was like,
oh, yes.
And that's when it hit me. I was supposed
you had
to be
the wrong
DJing
day
that night.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock, and it was 7:30. I was like, Luckily, he had already
'Cause
set up,
even-
so that was good. He had set up for the dance already, so it
But
worked
you
out.
even told me that it was a Saturday.
I thought it was Saturday. I literally
Yeah.
planned this whole weekend ahead of like, I planned it, dude. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that I'm so glad that worked out the right way. Because I tried to get that guy to have a meeting. So I had a meeting on Saturday. I had to drive back almost to Tucson for a meeting, but I was gonna schedule the guy's meeting to be on Friday night. So I was gonna drive out to Phoenix from Tucson and then come back. And so I was gonna do that Friday night.
Right.
It's a freaking good thing that didn't go through because I'd be like in Phoenix. I'd be like, wait a minute, I need to be where in 5 minutes? So,
Yeah.
but I've been playing a lot of video games this week, though, dude. I got mad addicted to Wreckfest campaign mode.
You did.
It is
did.
so fun. Oh, I thought it was gonna be dumb. I don't like story modes, right? It's not a story mode. It's just like, it's like the races on online, except you're just playing bots, and it's madness. 24 people on a course is not supposed to happen, but it happens in that game, and it can't happen online. They only do 12 online, but 24, dude, freaking nuts, dude. And like just fun modes, dude. They have like one where it's like everybody's using lawnmowers, and then one guy has a harvester, so it's like a big freaking tractor, dude, and he is like chasing you around this figure eight. And if he hits you, you're just like, you fly off of your lawnmower and then you gotta like respawn. It was wild. It's funny,
serious?
Yeah, and then there's one, it's called it's called Teacher's Payback, I think is what it was called. And like, you're literally like, you're driving, they call it the super bus. I don't know if you remember the super bus, right? That little 3-wheel car.
Yeah.
So you're driving the super bus, and there's 23 giant school buses in the race with you. And you're trying to go around a freaking oval course, and they're just like, boom, dude. You're seeing like buses flipping, dude. You're like, oh my gosh, like, trying to zip through everything. You're just laughing, dude, because they overpower you, like, you know they do, like. And so yeah, it was good times, man. It was just funny.
That's good.
Or 24 harvesters in a demolition or a death match. So 24 giant tractors, everybody's just driving around slamming into each other. You're just like, this is good times.
Nice.
And so I wanted to unlock more cars, and so yeah, I've been playing it a lot.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you were really enjoying it.
And then I got into Row Company because their new season started. And man, oh man, that game is very competitive. And if you guys don't know, I can get very competitive. Ask Bobo. I'm sorry, Bobo. I'm sorry. Me and Bobo had a little
tiff.
It was good. It was all right, though. Sometimes you just got
an exchange.
And then we were good. It was just like, all right, we'll just keep playing. But it was good. But yeah, dude, Row Company's fire, dude. Rocket League's still feeling good, dude. We played our game. We finally played the game of the week for 3 weeks. Second Extinction. We played it last night. After waiting 3 weeks for it. So there you go. No, you and me played it, remember?
Wait. Oh, last night. You mean us. Yeah. That's right.
We played an hour and 30-minute run. That was just one mission, one campaign mission. Took it out.
1 minute. You know, I was really surprised how long that was. And you brought that up while we were playing. You're like, this is just one mission. I'm like, we've been in this for a while. I actually really liked it, though. I actually really liked it.
That game.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some of the news this week, because there is some news this week. A bunch of things happening this week. So, something I'm just gonna kind of go through. Finally, like we finally played it, dude. It felt good. We need to talk about the games. Let's talk about the news, then we'll get to it. I want to talk about that game so much. So, some random things. We're just gonna kind of go through. I'm not gonna say we're gonna go through it fast, but we'll talk about some things. But some things are just kind of like, okay. So, some Battlefield 6 screenshots leaked. The game's gonna be. It appears that it's gonna be modern setting, which is good. Where I want Battlefield to be this time is just barely ahead of modern setting, if that makes sense. Like where they're bringing in like tech, but not running on walls, super abilities, like ultra armor. You're like, nah, dude, like just keep it cool.
Wait, who had that?
Get it. Call of Duty.
Was Call of Duty? That's right. What was it called?
Dude, they went all over the place. Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, what was Advanced? Yeah, then yeah. I have that.
Black Ops 4 was pretty Advanced Warfare too.
Mm-hmm. I remember I used to like the Black Ops game because the weapons in there were so cool.
Josh said, I heard there's a Rocket League 2 in the making. I didn't hear that, but I know the mobile game comes out soon. I don't think they would ever change. I don't think they'd put out a Rocket League 2. I think maybe they'd put like a new update to put it like to change a bunch of things. But I feel like once Epic bought Psyonix that they were like, we're going to make Rocket League work just like Fortnite, where it's just going to be like a never ending, always changing ecosystem.
Right.
Another thing happened. Spotify Premium is now another perk for Xbox Game Pass. So for Ultimate members, so you can go find that there. There's a bunch of things. See the perk system right now for Game Pass. It's got a lot of things in there. If you're gonna play Rogue Company, make sure you go get that because there's a big boy in there. Infinite
I just
Warfare.
ordered my Steel series.
Infinite Warfare. That's what it was. Armless got it. Black Ops 3
Infinite.
did
That's
have
what it
some.
was.
Black Ops 3 was there too. I forgot they were futuristic too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like the Black Ops games.
Yogomi, have you ever looked up limited run games? You ever heard of that company? Yogomi, I listened to a podcast, and you were the first one I thought of when I listened to that podcast, and I should have told you about it. You should look up limited run games. So they just announced a partnership they're going to have with Xbox, finally. Mm-hmm. So basically, they create like super cool collector's editions that they create them, and then they work with like the developers of the games.
Oh, I bet my friend Anorax would like this too.
5, they just announced that they're going to do stuff with Microsoft now. Dude, they got some dope games in there, dude. Like, yeah, I was listening to like, who was it? Luke Lore, the guy that does the Xbox expansion pass. We had him on the podcast at one time. He had an interview with them, and they were talking about stuff. And I was like, some of them I was listening to the ones that they were making. I was like, those are freaking dope, dude. Like they had one, I guess. What game was it? I can't remember what game it was. It was like the game was inside of a, like basically the collector's edition was like in the shape of a guitar case. And you opened it, and it started playing music when you opened it.
No way.
Yeah, so they just
make
like
some
really
they have
cool
records, vinyl soundtracks, cool and yeah.
And so, well, the rest of the world's going digital. They are all in on this collector's edition, making custom ones, and like they reach out to developers and stuff to make them, and it's cool. I'm like, I'm like,
wow.
It definitely turned me into like looking into that thing, and I was like, that I've been like really liking, dude. Like, dude, I don't know. I just want to give a quick shout out again, dude. Like, if you guys haven't listened to Xbox Expansion Pass, dude, like he does interviews with people, and like it makes me want to go do whatever I listen to. Like, you should. He like gives you all the news really fast. It's all just most of the time it's just him in the news part, and then he does an interview with somebody, and you're just like, man, that's cool. Yo, JD, thanks for that sub. So yeah, you guys go check that out though. Limited run games though.
Yeah, I'm looking at their stuff right now.
See? Like if you have a PlayStation 3. Oh no, just kidding. They said they're gonna keep the story alive. I was just kidding, but they threatened you. Remember? Speaking of PlayStation, no, I'll get to that news in a little bit.
Yeah,
dude, isn't this shirt cool, dude? Did you guys see the new shirt for the Xbox 2020 one that they put out? So this is the what year is it? Oh, this is the launch shirt. This is the Xbox launch shirt. I forgot. But they put out a new 2020 shirt in Xbox 2020 because it's a year, or not 2020, 20 celebration, 20th year celebration is this year, right?
Is it in the store?
Yeah, they had like a whole tweet and all kinds of stuff about it that they were doing. It's a sick one. So it took like the FanFest shirt and then it had like the 20 over here, dude. It's like, and the 20 has like Master Chief in the 0. Like he is the hole in the 0.
Oh, nice.
I don't think there is a non-FanFest one, but they had like tumblers and stuff. I don't want to tell you guys I can make that tumbler on whatever tumbler you want, but don't mind me. I was like, I'm not gonna sell that out loud, but we're gonna sell it. So some other random news.
I'm looking at it now. The 20th. That is
cool. Isn't that a cool logo, dude? Yeah, I need to put that on. I need to put that on an anti-plate.
The gold with Master Chief. Yeah.
I think I should put that on an anti-plate. Don't you think?
Dude, and the 20. Oh, dude, the 20.
Because you could burn that straight out.
Yeah, that is
easy.
Cool.
Just burn the white. Just cut that all straight out, and it would just have like Master Chief floating in it.
Yeah. Except for the visor. How would you do the visor?
Just let it fall. I'll just let it fall out. Because it would just be a silhouette at that point, right?
True. Oh, I see. Yeah, I totally see it now. Yeah. I see it. Totally see it. Yeah, you could totally do that. I was thinking the opposite way, but yeah, I get it.
If I'm not selling it for like straight on the website, right, and putting it somewhere they see it, then no one's gonna care.
Right.
Like, right. If I'm just like shipping it to people sending me money, there's a difference, but
yeah.
not a difference. They're not gonna go after a $20 sale.
Yeah.
They're not gonna waste their time on a $20 sale. They would love to attack somebody if they were making like $100,000, and they'd be like, "Hey, where's our cut?"
Yeah, because I think this week, if I may say this, we're gonna see some
things happening.
Some exciting things with Anti-Plate. So we're
honestly, let me just say,
I'm pushing him to be risky.
I'm thinking about putting vinyl stickers just on them, dude. Like just wrapping Anti-Plates.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna push him to be a little risky. But you'll see. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be.
You can like go and print their stuff if you change it just a little bit, and like that's all it takes.
Yeah. So
images are really hard to copyright.
Yeah.
Same with pretty much anything in the world. I mean, like, I bought pit vipers. I told you I bought $120 sunglasses, knockoff ones on Facebook for $30. I was like, yeah, I'll buy those. I don't need them to work. I just need them because they look cool. So random stuff. So this just random things that came up kind of this week. Xbox Phil Spencer is talking about still wanting to get Xbox Game Pass on other consoles. Could you imagine? Dude, because they don't. Wow. We how to explain it? They don't care about selling consoles. And then I could just bring up another news story, right? In court, the next day after this like kind of thing kind of came out, they talked about they're not even making money on consoles. But
that's how it always is, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say spoiler alert. They've never made money on consoles. Nobody makes money on consoles except for Nintendo. That's because Nintendo doesn't push it. They're like, it works. It looks cool.
Yep.
Pay us a lot of money. And guess what? We all buy it every time. But yeah, that was funny. That's all these people are like, man, when is Xbox going to stop taking the L's? I'm like, I don't think these people know how much Sony's losing on that PS5 digital. Oh, man. I bet they're losing like $75 a console right now, dude.
Yeah.
I'm surprised for you approach.
I really am surprised I got.
Oh, you have a PS5. Yogomi has a PS5 at his house.
I have a PS5 now.
Did you open it yet?
I haven't. It's sitting right there on the table because I want to make a video for it. So, or it's in my living room on my. So I'm gonna do an unboxing. It's not gonna be an unboxing video, but
did you do an unboxing video for your Series X?
So, I filmed me unboxing it, but the video that's coming out is not going to be an unboxing video. It's going to show that footage, but it's not. It's going to be a comparison of having the Series X and the Series S for the same amount of time, and what I've gathered from having both of them.
Five says he'll need to make room for that giant thing. Yeah,
you're not wrong. Five, like
that box, dude, was huge. Dude, when I shipped it to you, I was like,
the box. Like I'm looking at it now. I'm not kidding. This box looks like toys, like back in the '80s when they used to come in giant boxes. I'm like, why is this box so big? Like it's huge. It's a big box.
It's a life-size Batman in there, dude. Jeez.
And I'm trying to figure out. I remember I asked you, like, you can lay this thing down, right? Because I don't know. I guess I could put it.
Yeah, remember that company I told you about, Glisco? They sell mounts for your PS5. You can mount it on underneath your desk.
That's true.
That it's out of the way.
My desks are glass, though. That's the problem. These glass desks, I'm not sure I could do it with these.
That's true.
But I think I have a space right here that it'll slide right in, because the Xbox wouldn't slide under here on its side. The Xbox, even on its side, was just a little slightly too tall. So Xbox I think that
thick. Right,
so I think the PlayStation will slide right under here, and I'll just have it on its side, which will be.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna film all that whole thing and how it's.
Wait till you see how poorly they packaged that PS5.
Oh, can't wait.
You're gonna be like,
because the Xbox packaging was really cool.
yo, they knocked it out of the park on the Series X.
Dude, I was surprised. And you'll see in the video, I show what it looks like when you open it. I was like, man, this is slick. Yeah.
Like, yeah, somebody needs a raise because they knocked that one out of the freaking park.
They did.
I was like,
they did. It was very well done.
I remember doing the video, and then like when we did, because we did both of them, right? Because I had them like, what was it, 2 days apart? About, right? Is that when they came out? They came out about 2 days apart?
Yeah.
Close? I don't remember.
Oh, it definitely has ventilation. So 5 is saying make sure it has it. Oh, there's plenty of ventilation in here. This area is like completely open.
Because that thing's been having some problems lately.
Dude, the other day when I turned on remember I told you when I turned on the Xbox, like within seconds it was already like fire coming out of the top. I'm like, why is it? I just turned this thing on. It was like, wow.
Yeah, heat displacement, bro. They know what they're doing. They worked that bad boy out.
Jeez. Yeah. That's crazy. That is just like so fast. But yeah. I'm excited to open it. Did you see they actually came out with new color controllers this week too?
They did. The red and black came out.
Red and black, yeah.
They went for the sleeker design rather than Xbox. Xbox went for the boom design.
Yeah. I like that.
It looks good.
I like the Xbox ones.
Oh, I did too. I thought my noise removal thing was still on. I had to double check. I was like, I hope my mic's not like tripping out for you guys today. I keep forgetting to turn that off because I leave it on when I'm doing the stream with like the laser and everything because it's just madness.
Oh yeah.
Beeping and things ripping up things. It's just good times. So another thing happened this week. This kind of drew some attention. I don't know if it's actually going to turn into anything soon. It might. Some people were saying that it's going to, but I don't think it's going to for a little while. But Sunset Overdrive's trademark got registered by Sony. Even though they own the IP, but they now have the trademark for Sunset Overdrive.
Huh.
So maybe Insomniac gets to make number 2.
Huh.
Have you played that?
I never played it.
You should play
Sunset Overdrive.
It is a wild game.
That's like a crazy... I've watched people play. It's a super crazy game, right?
Did you play Spider-Man?
I haven't played Spider-Man yet, but I'm going to now.
So it's a lot like the movement in the Spider-Man. I mean, that's where they basically just pull it over, right?
I remember.
You're zipping on things. You're hitting rails. Mm-hmm. It's just it's madness. That game's crazy, dude. It's fun though. It's like messing. Trying to think of a game that has the same kind of shooting. That's a fun shooter, arcade shooter, but you're doing things like you would be doing in like Tony Hawk, like that kind of feel where you're hitting something while doing something else, and it's just it's good.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, and I remember watching people play it. And
so it was Microsoft published, but Sony owns the IP because Microsoft never said the IP was theirs when Insomniac made it.
Sneaky.
So Insomniac owns the IP, but now Insomniac is owned by Sony, so now they own this. It is what it is. I mean, I hope we get a number 2. Be cool. If we don't, we don't. But that means it's gonna be on PlayStation soon, right? I feel like that would happen.
Speaking of, it's other news that Sony's making a different PlayStation because they can't keep the one that they made in stock, or they can't make the one that they have because they can't get parts.
Well, they're changing the chips, right? They're going to is it a 4?
Something like that, yeah.
5 nanometer is the one that Apple's using, right? They bought the rights for the 5. So everybody else was using 6s, and then they're going to 4s.
Yeah.
Right? Or is it the other way? I don't remember how it works. Instead of Sunset, they should make it Spyro. I mean, dude, could you imagine a next-gen Spyro? After what they're doing with the Ratchet and Clank, too? Like, I don't know if you've watched any of the Ratchet and Clank, like, stuff that's been coming out. Whew. Imagine taking Spyro, giving it the same treatment, dude. Oh, my goodness, dude. I've purchased 3 PS5s. But I haven't kept a single one. Speaking of Xbox Series X and PS5... It said BioWare confirmed that the Xbox Series X outperforms the PlayStation 5 in Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I think a lot of people are saying too. They think that PS5 was supposed to come out last year. So Ratchet devs got moved to con.
What do you mean last year?
I think PS5 was supposed to come out a year before. I think
really?
they pushed it back.
Think so?
Yeah. Well, because they don't have RDNA 2. Like, Xbox has RDNA 2. Xbox waited for RDNA 2. PS5 just dropped it out. They're like, boom, go. And then I don't know. I've heard different things, and I heard there was something that went wrong when it was coming out. I was different podcasts of people that know a lot more than I do, because I don't know anything. I feel like half the time when they talk about like the insider news. But yeah, they were like saying they expected that it was supposed to come out the year before because the hardware is already like, I don't want to call it outdated, but it's behind Xbox, and so like normally they would come out and compete because that's the way to do it, but. Was probably heat issues. I mean, you saw the size of the freaking heat sink on that thing when they opened it.
Yeah.
Like that thing alone probably cost as much as the PlayStation, dude. But and then this one came out, and I think you're gonna enjoy this news story, Yogomi. And I think I think I pointed it out to you. I was like, "Yo, you seen this yet?" So Tom Clancy announces that they're still working on like the next things for Division 2. They're still like doing the things. But right now, they got Red Storm, who's one of Ubisoft studios, not Massive, right? Massive's doing Division. Red Storm is making a free-to-play like side story for the Division called Heartland.
Right. Mm-hmm.
What does free-to-play mean? Man. It is one of those things. You're like, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm before I went to bed, after I got off out of the party, I was like, I'm gonna go let me play some Division before I go to bed.
Last night?
I don't know what it is. Yeah. When I got out, I was about to go to bed, and I was like, let me play one. Let me take out a bounty real quick before I go to bed. I don't know what it is lately, but I've just really I've been loving Division 2. Yeah. I've just been playing it like crazy. It's not a bad thing. I just have really been liking it, and so I'm down. I'm totally down for some new content. Bring it on.
They also said this in the same time they released the Heartland stuff. They said that the upcoming update that they have for Division 2 will include an entirely new game mode for the Division franchise and new methods for leveling your agents, with an emphasis on increasing build variety and viability. Also, that the Division is coming to mobile platforms.
How are they going to do that exactly?
How do you think
they're going to do that?
I don't know. We have nothing. We have no idea about this Heartland thing. Like, right? We don't know what they're going to do, what direction they're going to take with it. It could be terrible. It could be amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably play it.
Yes, 5.
What did I do the other night? Like a couple of weeks ago, I ended up buying all these freaking add-ons for Division. Just to, I don't even know why I did it. I'm like,
I do it all the time.
Why did I do this?
There is nothing in Wreckfest that I don't own. Except for the things that you have to grind for in like the tournament mode and then the season pass. Or not season pass. Right. In the campaign. I'm almost done with the campaign. I'm on the final section. I only have 2 more cars unlocked. And I'm ready. Take on the world.
Yeah.
The other thing's tournament mode, and that's a little bit harder. You have to do like every day you have to do 2 challenges, and then some days you have 4, and then each week there's a new challenge for the week, and it gets wild. But Bobo's in the top 10% on one of the races, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No way.
Dude, top 10%. I was like top 16, but Bobo got in the top 10. He missing around.
Wait, that's how I didn't realize Bobo was playing it that much.
Yeah, dude. It's just in the tournament stuff. You don't have to play a lot for the tournament stuff. You just go do it.
Oh.
But he had a freaking perfect race.
Wow. GG,
except for driving. 5 says except for the only thing I can't buy is my driving ability, and I don't have that. It's true. It's all right. Hey, the best part about that game, Yogomi had that race last night. I was telling you, dude. I was like, I got tired of the guy sitting behind me, dude. So what did I do? I just killed him. Said I'll kill him. I got 2 more, and then after he's dead, I had 2 more laps. So guess whose car was mine after the race? I didn't have to race him anymore. Then I was just having fun.
Yeah, I need to try that. I need to try that out.
You would like the campaign mode. You would like it.
Yeah. Because I like that game. I didn't think I was gonna like that game, and I ended up liking it actually quite a bit.
Bubble says that I'm pretty good at racing. I'm pretty good at backstabbing people in that game. Like, people are like, he's not going to hit me. Just take him out. All right, well, let's go to this week's news now. So we did last week's news. Now we're on this week's news. So this week on Monday, we got Minecraft Dungeons' new DLC got revealed, and it comes later this month, called Hidden Depths. So it's going to be an underwater, which is actually pretty dope. It looks, I watched a little trailer on it. I was like, kind of here for this, actually.
What's it called again?
Hidden Depths. It's underwater, dude. There's like what I forgot his name is. Basically underwater kings, and they got tridents now.
Oh.
For the bosses. It looks cool. We'll see how it goes.
Submerged? Oh, no. This is... Oh, that is it? Submerged Hidden Depths? Uppercut games?
No. It's called Minecraft Dungeons Hidden Depths is the DLC.
Oh, Minecraft Dungeons. Okay, that's what came up. There's another one called Hidden Depths Minecraft. Okay, so I watched Yogomi homie Jedi Spidey play Minecraft Dungeons last night, and I was like, gosh, I gotta get back on this game.
Bro, this guy's got a whole, like a squid armor set. This guy's got a turtle set. This guy's got a shark set.
Wow.
Of armor, dude.
Oh, that is cool.
I'm kind of here for this.
This could be fun.
I always say I want to go back to the game, and I never do, man. I need to just do it.
I know.
I have it downloaded.
But I want
to. It's not a fun game to play by yourself. Also, cross-save works on there now, by the way, so you can take your account from PC to Xbox, which is part of the reason why we kind of stopped playing, because we were pissed off about that. I don't know if you ever played this game, but publisher Mike Rose for Descenders says that it's going to stay on Game Pass for a very long time. That's that mountain biking game.
The mountain biking game, yeah, I have a sticker.
So he's basically saying that it's not leaving Game Pass.
Oh, wow.
So
cool.
That's good.
Must be working out for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you remember I told you about that time there was like a tweet where like people were saying like games like Descenders, like they're getting hurt because they're stuck at the bottom and they're not getting all the attention on Game Pass, and they're like, actually, we're making over 6 digits now on the game. So they're like,
we're
so
doing
why
good.
don't you? Yeah, he's like, he like jumped into some like fanboy argument, dude. He jumped in. He's like, it was like, I'm not gonna say the bad word, but he's like, bish, please, like, he's like, just, don't tell me how things are working. This is how it works.
Yeah, exactly. When it's not even your company.
I remember I had talked to him multiple times on like Twitter DMs, Mike Rose, and then like I was at like, was it PAX East? That was that same PAX East. They had DayZ, and I remember like I was like walking. I was like, are you Mike Rose? He's like, yeah. I was like, bro, I'm DeeJayHerro. I talk to you all the time on Twitter. He's like, whoa, what up, dude? I was like, this is weird. I was like, it's just weird. He's from like England, and so to to run him at PAX East, and then he's like 7 foot tall. It feels like, but. Sorry, I'm trying to think. So Coalition announced they're going to Unreal 5 for all their next gen games. Unreal 5, so that's a big deal. That's freaking dope as heck.
That's a pretty good engine.
This week, the 10,000 Microsoft Reward Point Gamer Score Challenge came out. So make sure you go get into there, you have to go like click it to activate your punch card. And then every achievement you get, however many it's worth, you get that many reward points. So you can get 10,000. So it's $10, but you're just playing video games, so you get $10 to spend on things. Or you could take that 10,000 and put them as what's the word I want? Like those giveaway entries. That's what I always do, because I don't do it for money. I do it just to, I think it'd be kind of fun just to win an Xbox through one of those, you know?
Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
They saw some other thing this week. We saw some more gameplay for 12 minutes. Have you watched that? We talked about that like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Which one was that one?
It's like, dude, all the voice actors. I can't remember now.
Oh, yeah.
Daisy Ridley plays as the wife. She voices the wife.
That's right. At the time, we did talk about that. That's the one. It's like top-down thing, and you get these different opportunities to try and save your wife from being killed or murdered.
And you have to you have to find the right way. Like, you could, I mean,
like
I wonder if you
loop.
could accidentally guess it right the first time. Everything right the first time.
I wonder. It's interesting.
You go in the first time, you're like, well, that was the dumbest game I ever played in my life. Like, just mad.
Then you're done. All right.
I bought this game for what? I think it's on Game Pass, correct?
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I
Game Pass.
haven't played it yet.
Oh no, it's not out. No. When it comes out on Game Pass.
Okay. I don't know. Is it gonna be? You sure?
I don't remember anymore. I thought it was coming to Game Pass. I don't know. We haven't released it either yet. I mean, maybe it's not. I don't know. It'd be cool if it was. I'm sure Five will know. Five's our you're wrong section. He'll come in here in a second.
He knows.
He knows, dude.
He knows.
And then another thing, this week, right? Xbox did the 20 years of Xbox celebration thing. The actual 20 years happens. I can't remember what day it is. It's in November. It's like November 16th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take a wild guess and probably say that's the day we get Halo Infinite. Just saying.
You think so?
Feel like 20 years on the dot. I was distracted. I heard my name. I don't remember what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Oh, it's 12 minutes going to be on Game Pass.
If 12 minutes is going to be on Game Pass. Do you know 5? Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm pretty sure Xbox had the marketing on it, but I don't remember anything else.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. That's okay.
Way to go, 5. Man, we were
put all this. I put all this fake.
I know.
You just let me down. It would be nice though. It's true. Speaking of dope games coming to Game Pass, day 1, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance comes out.
I know.
On launch day. So people are saying it's not D&D for Dungeons and Dragons. It's D&D as a day and date on Game Pass.
That will be our game of the week, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. It's like June 22nd.
Yeah. Oh, wow. June 22nd. That's a special day.
Is it?
Uh-huh. Do you remember what happened on June 22nd? Last year?
I feel bad. I feel bad for not knowing.
I'm pretty sure it was June 22nd. That was the tweet that got heard around the world or read around the world that Mixer was shutting down and going to Facebook.
Oh, I was like, I don't know. I don't have no idea.
Yeah, I believe it was June 22nd that happened.
The tweet heard around the world. I thought something like, I was like, something big. I was like,
no,
what happened? I was like, I was thinking way farther. I was like, I don't know.
No, that was the day last year.
You played the OG version of it on PS2. Dang. Well, we're getting it. You know what I'm excited still to get to? That Warhammer, dude. Darktide, man. Where is it?
Oh, yeah.
Give us more.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Dude, we're less than a month away from E3.
I know.
I guess who has all those days off of work? I think we should do a podcast every day after E3.
Sure.
Like,
let's do it.
Each night, like 3 podcasts that weekend. Because it'll be, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
So we could just do one every day and just like a breakdown.
I'm totally down.
And then we could bring in like guests and the whole every day too, dude. It's like, get wild, dude. Just have a good time.
I'm totally down.
I think we're going to a water park that week too. Bro, that's nice, bro. CDC's like, hey, you don't have to wear a mask. I'm like, boy, got my shot. Whew.
Yeah, got my shot too. Yeah, it's pretty weird though, because then like you hear like these stories like the Yankees, like the old Yankees that got it after. Because I mean, apparently you can still get it, right? You can still get it, but the chances of you like putting it out there and getting and dying or even getting sick from it are much less now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're also the chances of you spreading it and getting it are much less too, right?
Yes.
But
Bobo wants in on one of the episodes. All right. We got you, Bobo. We'll bring you in. I'm just stoked, dude. Everybody says it, and it's every year. Everybody's like, Xbox is gonna bring the heat. And I think this is the year, and everybody. It's funny because every podcast says the same thing. They're like, "We say this every year. Xbox is gonna bring it," but I think this is it, man. I have a feeling this is it. I think it's, dude. They got Bethesda is gonna be with them this year, dude. Like,
true.
Bethesda's gonna have their own show, and I think the reason why, especially they're gonna have Bethesda do their own show, is because they still have like oh my gosh. Speaking of one, they're gonna have this game, right? Deathloop, right?
Deathloop, yeah.
Deathloop's gonna be it comes out, so they're still gonna want to promote their game. Microsoft's like, yeah, promote it, make us money, like duh. Hey. And then what's the other one too? Deathloop and then Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yes,
they're both still coming out of Bethesda PlayStation exclusives. So separate the show, promote them still, but then you start the show with, or actually, you know what? I'd end the show, right? Starfield, dude. Just knock everybody out, dude. Like that's cool. Yeah, we have these great games we want you to buy, but we're just gonna let you know that exclusive to Xbox and PC, we have Starfield. And did you see that too? Did I tell you about that too? Jeff Grubb, that insider, he's one of like the big insiders. He works for VentureBeat. He like leaks a lot of things, and he leaked, like not leaked, but yesterday he was like, a lot of people on certain shows have been saying that I'm saying that that I don't think that Starfield's going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC. And then like he's like, I'm here to tell you right now. And then he's like, and then he went to another tweet to say he's like Starfield will be exclusive on Xbox and PC. He says, this is the tweet. There is no changing what I just said.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing too at first. I thought, I don't think
why spend $7 billion?
Yeah,
on something that's not. That's just it's gonna be sick. I'm stoked. So we're gonna hear that. Bobo pointed out going too. We still have Elder Scrolls. All they gotta do is tease a little bit more, dude. No matter what they tease on that game, people are gonna be stoked out of their mind.
Yeah,
they just gotta show a dragon landing, dude, and it's like freaking 4K, 120 frames per second. People are like, "Whoa, dragon!" And that's it. They end the commercial, and everyone's stoked. And then I'm trying to think of some other things. Who's that? Timmy Studios? I don't know why that news story is on there. I guess I'm trying to think who they are.
And there's a rumor that a new Fallout game too. Oh yeah, Bobo says new Fallout rumor.
I mean, why not? You got all the studios over there, dude. They still got. Are they gonna show the Indiana Jones? Are they gonna show more of that now? Because they can.
Is anybody else in chat here? DeeJayHerro's mic breaking up? I'm trying to make sure it's not just me. Because your mic is breaking up for me, but I don't know if it's coming through.
I was lagging a little bit there.
Okay.
I saw
Okay, so Bobo says, yeah.
Crap.
All right.
Let me do something real quick and I'll see if I fix it.
Okay.
I'm going to turn on my NVIDIA broadcast and then I'm going to turn it back off.
All right.
Does it sound bad still? Like right now?
No, it sounds fine. No, right now it sounds great. It sounds fine.
You just tell me if it goes bad again and we'll mess with some things.
Okay.
And then another thing this week, Psychonauts joined the Game Pass. And I don't want to say that I think that should be our game of the week, but I really do want to play it because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I've never played Psychonauts.
I've never played Psychonauts either.
So
never
I feel like
played
we should play it. I feel like they say it's a mind trip, dude, when you play it.
Yeah, I'm totally down. I gotta be honest with you. It doesn't look like a game that I would play. Like I've looked at it so many times. It just does not seem like the kind of game that I would play. But I'm willing to give it a shot because I know it's a very well known game. It's pretty.
What was that game? And I can't even think of what it was. The game that went to Stadia that we played. It was like the aliens, whatever. Oh my gosh. And
we played.
It was one of our games of the week. Bobo, we played it. We bought the expansion. I can't remember what it's called anymore. Journey to the Savage Planet.
Oh, that game was fun though.
But I did not think I was gonna like it, dude. And I played it. I was like, this game's sick, bro. We're like punching freaking little alien chicken things, and I was laughing, dude. It was
that game was fun.
You went Spider-Man at some point. So I was like, this is crazy, man. Like that people think about some of these things. I had that talk with my wife this week. I was like, it blows my mind. Like we talk about like people that do movies and how do they think about all this stuff and like what's messed up in someone's head, like the things they can come up with these movies, man. And then I think about like video games, dude. Like some of those guys that not the developers, like the writers for these video games, dude, they're crazy, dude. Like you gotta have a mind, dude, like to come up with some of these things. There's all over the place, man.
There's so much too that goes into it, right? Just in just how it looks, the mechanics, the maps, the puzzle, the puzzles that you have to figure out, like, to get certain things to work or certain things to happen. Go here to do this to make this work. You know what I mean? Like all these things that go into putting these games together. It's pretty wild.
What's up, Mal?
Yeah, it's.
5 said it's not like a previous point and click from Double Fine. It's a platform/explorer and a mind trip at the same time. I don't know. I'm excited for that. I want to play it. So let's go talk about this game we played, of the game of the week that we played this week, dude. Because I had my doubts. All right.
Yeah, I did too. But I was also excited. I was also looking forward to trying it at the same time. And when I found out that it was first person, I love first person. I was like, oh, heck yeah. Because for some reason I thought it was third person at first, but.
Yeah. So me and Bobo played it 2 weeks ago, and we were having like crazy connection problems. We don't know what's happening. Mm-hmm. It pretty much ruined the entire game for us. We were not having a good time.
A lot of people were saying that.
Me and Yogomi played. We did have, like, if you die, that's where I see the big. That's like the only time. That's the same thing with me and Bubba played. Like, that problem happened when you died. You like go respawn it, and it would break.
I crashed 3 or 4 times. I crashed.
Yeah.
Trying to get back in, the game crashed, and it took me to the Xbox dashboard, straight to the dashboard. So, but finally I got back in. It wasn't even giving me the option to pick where to go in. Those weren't even showing up on the map.
Yeah.
So, and then eventually
the map is very messy too. Like, it doesn't show you good things to click on to go in. You're like, it's like, here's the base. You're like, oh no, but you can't spawn there. You have to click like a respawn place. You're like, but which one's the respawn? I was like trying to figure out how to start the game. I was like, I don't get this. Bubble says,
but it's also a game preview.
We do. It's true. So they'll take. So if you tell them those things, they'll take that. They'll take that into heart when you tell them stuff like that. But so the game looks really pretty. The dinosaurs aren't that pretty, but that's because they're freaking going nuts, dude. Like, they are. Like, last night we killed a bunch of those. I don't know what they're called in the game, but they're Ankylosauruses when we played them in Ark. So
yeah.
They got the big old rock back and a freaking club for a tail.
That's actually the correct name for it.
Ankylosaurus, yeah. Well, I mean, I played Ark, so I got my dinosaurs down for the most part.
Yeah.
But they go Sonic mode, dude. Like, but it's not Sonic like front flips. It's like they start doing cartwheels, bro. You're like, oh my, hey, like sliding to the side. You're like, hey.
How did we ever get into? What was the trick to get it to flip over? I threw a grenade.
I had to throw a grenade and make it land underneath them, and then they didn't like it, so they'd roll onto their back.
Oh, that's how. Okay.
And then I had that chick that had the freaking chain gun. I'm like,
I'm definitely using the grenade launcher. However, that scout rifle was getting one shots, like bam, bam, bam. If I got the headshots. Yeah.
If we would have had a third person, it would have been even better experience. We had a really good experience. So like that T-Rex, dude, was.
But it was not just a T-Rex. It was the T-Rex and the Triceratops, whatever.
Yeah.
It was, remember? Both
Triceratops are your friends.
I'm like, what the heck?
Triceratops do like a penguin slide, bro. Like, they'll do their where they hit at you, and then they'll do like this, like run, dive, and there's like, you're like, can't get out of the way, and he's just sliding into you. Like, no, it was good times. That was a good time. So the game was fun. The game was fun. Looks pretty, but looks not pretty at the same time. But I feel like it didn't need to look pretty. I feel like it was more of like. The idea was like the arcade feel of it, right? Like the madness in first person.
And once I adjusted for when I first got in the game and I was doing the tutorial, I was like, whoa, it was like the controls were all over the place. I was like, what the heck? It was like I was overcompensating so easy. Yeah. But all I did was I just needed to adjust my horizontal, my x-axis. I needed to drop it down. Yeah. I needed to drop it down to 25. And then I was like, perfect. Like once we started playing the game, I had no issues. The scout rifle still was a bit hard, but I feel like they did that on purpose because I feel like they didn't want to make that like super OP and easy to just start knocking those things down. It was a little hard to aim, but like I said, I think I'm going to go with the grenade launcher next time we play that and not change that. But it was fun. I had fun playing that game. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I will definitely not be deleting that one. I would like to beat it. I would like to see how it goes, because I feel like it's gonna get to the point where you're like coming into a thing and there's like 10 T-Rexes, dude, and you're just like, this isn't even fun anymore. It's just like madness.
But when is the actual final version supposed to come out?
I don't know, but I mean, we were only on one. There's like 9 different like big story missions, like how we did, and then there's like all the things you unlock all over the map too. And I was like,
wait, all those missions are in the game preview?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So
we just did Homebound, and then like the list is like the whole page, and then there's like you can go and like go look at. There's like all these different like things all over the place you can click on and stuff. It's to unlock, and like you saw.
Figure out how to find the black box. We never found the black box.
I didn't understand. I just didn't understand what to do. Neither of us did. We were both like, what in the heck are you supposed to be doing? Because it didn't make a lot of sense. It was like, it didn't tell us what to do. So that sounds weird, right? We don't need it to tell us what to do, but at that point we needed to know what to do. I had no idea. I was going to go pull up my Patreon list, but of course it's missing again. Just great. It always is doing that. Every time I go to find my Patreon list, it's gone. I'm like, that's cool. I feel like somebody closes it. I'm not gonna say it's my wife, but I'm gonna say it's my wife.
Like, don't blame this on me.
I know, right? She will too. She'll be like, "Don't. What did you just blame that on me?" Like, So we do have our giveaway for this month, guys. Oh, sorry. So the next game of the week, Psychonauts. We're going to play Psychonauts this week. It's not a very big download. I would assume it's a decent sized game, but I mean, that's good. That's good, though.
It'll be a first time for me. So it'll be a first time for me.
A big old, I thought Allie was coming in the room. I heard a noise. I was like, yo, you said what? I was like, oh, shoot. Nah, I'm just kidding. Most of you guys that have been in my street know my wife. She's pretty cool. She'd probably just be like, you're stupid, and throw something at me and then walk out of the room. It's pretty much how it works. That's our relationship. Bubba's like, So, you guys, if you want, we do giveaways for our Patreon supporters. And so, last month we gave away that Xbox stand. It should be here this week. It was a little delayed. I messaged the guy, and he's like, yo, we announced the Xbox headset stands, and we got slammed. And then I actually think we might have him as a guest on the show here pretty soon. I would like to talk more about everything he does, because he's a really cool, like, he was like messaging me, and like it was super like back and forth. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that'd be great to have him on the.
It's the OG Xbox version. So when it says black and white buttons, use the right and left bumpers. For Psychonauts.
I see. Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Sorry, I just heard a car driving by and it sounded literally weird. But yeah, so maybe we'll get him on here. They seem pretty cool. So him and his wife run that business, the Geek Made Designs. This week's giveaway is they're hiding behind those 2 boxes I was going to show you guys. But we have the Lime controller and the red Camel controller. We're doing 2 winners this week. 2. That means I'm losing money, but that's okay because I like to give stuff to people. That's okay. So 2 different winners. We got that lime green controller. Not really. It's like lime yellow almost. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. What is the color? What's the color for it?
Electric. It's like electric green, I think is what they're calling it.
Yeah, I like that color. The only reason why I haven't bought one is because I remember I instead got the another whatchamacallit elite controller. Yeah, so I'm like,
you see that? You got electric volt and day strike camo.
Nice. Oh, those are both so cool.
I didn't tell you, but I bought 2 of the yellow ones. Why?
One for yourself, or?
Yeah, we'll just say that. Yeah, one for myself. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I just like see things. I'm like, I should just buy 2. I'm like,
yeah, they are pretty cool. They are pretty cool.
I should pull it out, but Allie'd be so mad. She found out how many controllers I had today. She was like, you are the only person that plays that Xbox. Why do you have so many controllers? I was like,
I mean, that's a good question.
I was like, I don't have an excuse. So, because I got like that's 6, funny. 7 just in this room. I have 7, and that's not like the ones that I've like the ones I burned the other day. We burned. Did I show you that? We like embossed controllers the other day. Not supposed to do that, but we did it anyways.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you about like
lost something.
There's no way to really damage it, is there?
No.
I mean, you seem to have it kind of figured out.
You have to go in. You got to cut it hard if you're gonna damage it, like because it's pretty deep. It's still like, I mean, I don't know what the actual number is, but I would assume it's probably like 1/10 of a millimeter. So it's like you got to get a good cut to get into that. But did you show her the controller wall? No, I wish I had one though. It'd be cool. But instead, I collect these instead. Pop Funkos. I have like 30, I think. Just keep buying more. I'm like, that's a cool one. I'll buy that. And she's like, why? Why did you buy that? Okay, so real quick, sorry, I should have said it. Real quick, shout out to our Patreon supporters. We got Hammershot, Mr. Doof Nasty, Fatty Too Cool, Bubba the Clown, Five Smash Number, Cheesehead, I'm Nuts for Butts, I56 Cooper, and Dean Master. If you guys do one on there, it's just Patreon. Don't question the collecting. I feel that swirly story. If you guys do want to go there, it's just Zyba Games on Patreon. If you don't, that's cool, man. That's cool. We ain't doing this for money. We're just doing this because it, what do I want to call it? It harnesses in our normal conversations that we have and gives us more things to talk about.
There we go.
Wait till Funko comes out with controller pops.
Controller pops? Oh my gosh.
They start selling like their own custom. Speaking of something, I wanted to talk about this. E3 this year. Do we get Design Labs? Are they gonna reveal it and reopen what they're doing with it? Because I feel like that's the perfect time. Like nobody's gonna be mad with that because we don't have Design Labs isn't open, right?
Is it not?
No, we can't go on Design Labs. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They close it up.
What is the deal with? Maybe that's when they announce it, possibly.
Well, they wanted to, I mean, as a business, what do you want to try to sell, right? Hot items, right? Look at this controller right here.
Right.
They want to sell this right here.
That's true. That's true. But they make you, well, I don't know if they really make more money. They just cost more for us to get custom ones. I don't know if they make more money. So,
I think there's a big grand scheme. I think we always got to remember Microsoft is like 10 steps ahead of everybody else and what they were thinking. Like they catch us off guard. We're like, man, how long did they think about this? Like, wow. Like their Game Pass plan, dude. Like, man, they're just, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
I'm drinking two different.
But they had been talking about that other console thing for a while. Remember, because the Switch was always being brought up. Them working with Nintendo. So
what's gonna happen? Like we said, they're always a step ahead of us. They probably are. The deal's already paid. Like it's coming. Get ready, guys. Hope you're excited because I am. Well, I think that's all we have for this week. I mean, we could have made it a longer episode, but we just had a lot of little news stories this week. I'm going to do another quick shout out to somebody. If you guys have not listened to Hogue Law, he has that business. What is it called? Something. Oh, my stream is just crashing right now. 0% frames going out. That's okay. It should come back in a second. Oh, I can't hear you, Gummy, either.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I'm back.
I'm here.
I'm coming back. Okay. Right. Yeah, my stream went completely down for a little bit there. Zero output for a little bit. My bad, guys. But yeah, business legality. He does like he's like a lawyer or whatever, or attorney. He does he's breaking down what's happening with the Epic versus Apple thing. And he does a really good job. Like every day he does like this is what happened today. And so I've been listening to that every day, and it's just it's really cool to hear the things that people are talking about. And like you hear about like the sad things that come out of it, right? Because we were talking about the one like the Resident Evil or whatever, how they couldn't put it on Game Pass.
Right.
That was one thing, like things like that, and it's just like they showed like there's a list of games coming out on Xbox, but the ones that aren't announced have redacted on them. And let me tell you, that list was a big old boy. So it's just funny, dude. I don't know if you saw. Do you see the thing too? Like I keep talking about different stories I keep hearing. PlayStation tweeted, they're like, yeah, we have 24 games coming out, and like 12 of them are brand new IPs, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. You're like, dude, Xbox probably has like 48 games being worked on right now. Like,
yeah, I mean, I did see that they do have new So I'm really interested to see what is PlayStation going to have. I'm interested.
That's true.
I'm intrigued. Are they said they were new IPs?
Said half of them are new IPs, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there's really only one I care about, so.
Give me that Uncharted 5.
Uncharted. Let's go.
That's what he wants. He's got the PS5. He's ready. he even said it's your move. I mean,
I tweeted out to Naughty Dog. I was like, Naughty Dog, what you got?
I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
He might have a PS5 that doesn't turn on for a year, but or two.
It's
but
true. I'll wait.
Hey, you need to get Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I need to play Spider-Man anyway. Yeah. I need to play those,
dude.
Because I never played on my PS4. I never played them, so you're right.
And stream them, dude, because I think people will really enjoy that, dude. That's a really cool game to watch.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, if you guys want, make sure you guys go check us out on YouTube. Check us out on podcast platforms. You can check us out on Twitter. We do a little bit on Instagram, but it's kind of like we both are very busy individuals, and it's really hard to like post everywhere.
Yeah.
But you could also go to Zyba.games because that is a website that we have. And
yes. We'll be updated.
Yogomi, where can the people find you?
They can find me at twitch.tv/Yogomi, YOGOMI, youtube.com.
Yogomi or Yogami?
Yogomi.
I'm just kidding.
YouTube.com/Yogomi. Twitter is Yogomi HQ. Instagram is Yogomi. And follow me and stuff. I actually do a lot of social stuff each week.
Sure.
I update the website every week, and I connected it all. So there's always some good stuff. I put a lot of fun articles and stuff on the website. New games coming out, a lot of indie stuff. So it's cool. I think you like it. Movie trailers.
It's true. He does do a lot. I see him all the time. I'm like, oh man, I like that. Oh, I like that. You do it on Facebook too. I see him all the time. I'm like, oh
yeah. I connect to Facebook, so it just it goes there. Yeah, Facebook.com/Yogomi HQ.
Bubble made a good point too. We do need a shout out. We are doing this thing. I'm really bad at self-promoting my own stuff. We do have antiplates that just came out, right? They're there. You can go pre-order them. Antiplate.me. I don't want to tell you not to pre-order yet, but there's some big things coming. Like we are just with step by step right now, but we have some big things coming. Hopefully. Yeah. Some different things. I got one idea that works really well. I got another idea that works really well, and we're trying to make them all work together, and it's a little rough, but we're at a starting point right now.
Yeah, we're just getting started. So
honestly, I can say it right now, but if we go vinyl, I can actually what's the word I want? Subsidize a lot of things by buying different things in different ways and saving money and spending more on different things. I don't know. We'll see. It's a whole thing. It's a whole process. Let me tell you. Big things coming. That's all I will say. All right.
Yes.
Multiple different levels of things coming too. Let me tell you. I wish I was more of an artist and I could do cooler things, but instead I'll just work with people that I know that are artists. Yogami as well. So is Sean Labrie.
Yeah.
But you guys, we love your faces. Thank you so much for coming. We need to learn to talk to episode 65. We'll be back next week. Make sure if you guys want, check out the live stream that we do every Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will see you guys all next week.
See you guys.